I understand. I have a question. May I ask?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So I understand that you look to the higher time frames to see where everything's going. It's the parents controlling the child. What I'm having trouble comprehending is why am I entering in the smaller time frame? What's the purpose of me doing that versus entering in the existing time frame that I'm looking at after consulting with the other time frames? What's the difference? That's essentially my question.
The difference is on the 4 hour, how many candles are in 50 minutes equal 4? There
So
are,
so in 4 hours, every candle's 1 hour, and four candles in the 15 minute per hour.
right. So one candle will give you a whole rack of pips on the 50 minutes. Easy.
Okay, so it's for purposes of, but if I'm looking to do this in a long-term way, does it make a difference for me to enter in the 15 minute then, or if I'm setting in, if kind of doing a setting and forget,
I mean,
or I should still do it that way?
you can you can use the 4 hours. All you need to have a verification on the daily, what the daily is showing you. If you see, like for instance, this particular 2 arrows here, and you got confirmation of the daily bouncing in that area, yeah, you can move to your lower because daily is your higher time frame, and your
Right.
4 hours will be your entry.
Okay.
On the 4 hours, what do you see? You see only 2 arrows on the daily. So, but on the 4 hours, you already have your entry.
So 4 hours, I have the triple arrow. So if I wanted to, I could theoretically, after consulting with the daily, I could enter into the 4 hour.
Right.
But I'd be generating potentially more pips if I had confirmation on the 15.
I mean, you could do that. Let's say you go to vacation for a week. So you can do your entry on the 4 hours. Just get your confirmation on the daily. What did I see? A big arrow. And then move your time frame on the 4 hour. You're going to see maybe 2 arrows by that time. Then you can go ahead and take that entry.
Okay.
Because think about it here. You see here, by that time, you should be back from vacation. And you should be in profit.
Right.
You could do that, or also you could also enter on 1 hour.
Right.
So if you want to use the 4 hour, that's fine. Always verify with your daily.
Yes. Yes. And this is not you. So we haven't even addressed the Stairmaster yet in any of this because we're entering at the time of the triple arrow. Is that correct?
Right. If you want to do that, like what you need to be good at it at one thing. I think if you want to trade from that to that, it's up to you. Yes, you could do that. But you need to know where the trend is what direction the trend is.
Right.
Like this particularly, I think most of us are in this trade. I caught this bad boy right here, right where the yellow dot is. I entered right at the top. But I'm on 50 minutes. You see, I have it dropped already 176. Now let me go here. 151 pips. What you can do is, let me add another one. Let me put it on 15 minutes, okay?
Okay.
This is what I cut. Let me look. You see here, the triple arrow here on 15 minutes?
Yes.
So I got all these pips here. I took all of them. All that is mine.
Right. So you held that trade for.
I'm still in.
Well, the triple arrow is reset here, didn't
Yes.
at this point. So is that when you would have got out of the trade, or have you gotten out of the trade?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Let's go back. So now you see the benefit of going to the lower time frame. See, I entered right here, and I'm still in, and I'm still in profit. This is just a pullback.
Okay.
Now that we're gonna move on the 4 hours, you're gonna see maybe 1 or 2 dots on your 4 hours. Let me remove this. This is 4 hours. You see, on 4 hours, all you're seeing is only the drop. On the 15-minute, you saw that long drop.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So how many dots do you see on the 4 hours?
Two blue dots. And I see several resistance dots.
So you see 2 dots. Now, this is the same pair. 4 hours, same pair, 15 minutes. These 2 dots represent what in your lower time frame?
The 2 dots represent, so the 2 dots are 8 hours, which is my math is terrible, but 4 times 8, 32 blue dots.
Let me make it bigger. Let me ask you again. This
Yes.
dot represent what on your lower?
The 2 dots represent 4 hours each. So that's 8 hours of 8 hours. Is that what you mean?
Nah.
Where are you pointing?
Look, you see my mouse, right?
Yes, 4 hour.
H4. And then you see M15 here?
Yes, I do. Now you're on the 15. Yes.
You see these 2 dots here?
So each dot is 4 hours. Is that correct?
This is 4 hours. Yes. Good. So far, so good. Now, on the lower time frame, here's your 2 dots, all these dots here. But what do you see here?
I see the triple arrows.
Exactly. That's what I want you to tell me. Now, what this I told you earlier, this is a pullback.
Yes.
Now, your triple arrow on 50 minutes, it gives you the triple arrow on what? On your pullback.
Yes, it's representing the pullback on the 4 hour.
But the pullback is not over yet.
Right, right. So the down on the 4 hour, the bearish trend is continuing. The 15 minutes representing just a brief pullback.
Right.
Continuing the downtrend.
So I would ready to trade exactly what we're seeing right now, then going sometime. Now, let's say you want to trade like the Stairmaster. So you would enter in this trade here. Let's say you would have got it right here where the yellow arrow is. So you get your 166 pips, and you would have entered right. You would have exit right here on your blue dot. You out, and then you will re-enter once the pullback is done. When it's gonna be done, I don't know.
Gotcha. So if I'm doing the Stairmaster on the 4 hour, just to clarify, if I'm on the 4 hour, this is going down. The second stair is going to be approximately here. That's when I would be entering that trade for the Stairmaster.
And what color is that gonna be?
That color will be blue. You mean the dots?
Yes.
The dots will be blue for my purposes for buy. No, but it would be continuing the down. It would be red.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So I would wait till the red dot shows, and that would constitute the pullback on the 4 hour, and then I would enter in on the lower time frame.
Yes. Let's say you would be in this trade. You can move your trailing stop. Let's say you would move it right there. So, and your entry is right here. Let me draw another line. Let's say, let me change colors. Let's make this blue. The blue line is your entry, and the red one is your trailing stop.
Okay.
So let's say you say, you know what, I'm gonna just move my trailing stop there in case this pullback goes all the way back to your triple arrow. As soon as it hit this one, it will take you out, but in profit.
Right.
Let's say, based on this, my analysis will be the pullback will probably will reverse from this particular area because there's a couple bouncing area. There's one here, another touch here, another touch here, another touch here, even the dots are in there. We got another couple touch here. So my analysis on this one, I will do an analysis this week on this one. It will go through this line here. And then what do you think it's gonna do next?
It'll bounce off that line and continue down.
It's gonna continue, and probably the next bounce is gonna be on your yellow dot.
The yellow dot.
This particular area.
Right.
So there, probably it will do another pullback, maybe to this particular low here.
Right.
So
I understand.
okay,
yes.
Good. Let me delete this. So my goal is not to get you confused. But you see how powerful is going to the lower time frame. You see these two candles here, they give you nice pips already on the 50 minute.
Yes.
Let's say you would have entered right here. You would be in 30 pips.
30 pips. Right.
Sure. 30 pips is blue pips.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we're in this business to make money.
Right.
So now, what I would do, you don't have to because you're already confirming your larger time frame is telling you it's a pullback. Clearly, it was telling you it's a pullback. So you would have entered right here on your blue arrow, and you put your eyes down. You got blue candles. You see on your MACD, everything is, the bars are blue. The crossover is blue. Your ADX is blue. So, yes, but it's a short buy. Or what you can do is never trade against the trend. Just wait for the pullback and let it run.
So wait for the pullback and then enter, and then you're saying enter, wait for the next stare.
Yes, you could do that.
Right, and that's better for a less experienced trader than trading against the trend. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if you want to secure pips, best thing you can do is always move your trailing stop to follow you. And you always gonna, no matter what the market's gonna do, you always gonna win. Because even if it take you out, it will take you out impossible.
Right.
But what I have seen on a lot of our newbies is they're in nice profit, 200-300 pips, and they don't pull no stop loss, no TP. They don't have no trailing stop. And all suddenly, let's say you would be in this profit here. How many pips is this? Because I got it from the top. This is 200 pips, right?
Yes.
230 pips. So I'm so excited. Let's say you had 2-3 orders on this one. That's 600 pips, right?
Yes.
So you on 600 pips, but I don't have nothing that protect me. And all suddenly, this trade, their pullback that is doing right now, it goes all the way to the top of the retest, the high of the triple arrow, the big arrow.
Right.
Right here. All my 600 pips are gone. Why?
Right.
Why they do that? That's what I don't understand.
It's not trading optimally.
Yeah, they have to learn how to take money out of it. Now, let's say you have 5 cents for order. You can, take half of that order and let the rest run.
I
But at
could have,
least you
go ahead.
secure some money.
Right. Or I could have closed the trade altogether and then re-enter.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
What would you what does an experienced trader like you do? Do you trim profits?
Well,
And then,
I move my trending stop because based on this, I'm hoping, you know, that this will be, it will drop months and months from now.
right.
Because last time that we saw it, that it went up, let me check. That was in May. I've been watching this trade since May, to be honest. There's a video that I made right here. You see the time here?
Yes.
Yes. That's when the triple arrow showed up as a buy. Since then, finally, up to now, that we are on August 17, it just dropped on this past Friday. This Friday gave us all these pips here.
Right.
So May, it gave us 3 months. So, and I think there are about 6,000 pips that went up.
Wow.
So that's a huge
Wow.
movement.
Well, and you played that trade from then till now?
Yeah.
Wow.
So now this is a perfect sample. But what I want you to know is always go here. You see where your vertical line is?
Yes.
I already put it you're in white, so it will kind of like pop up. So just click on that one once and drop it whatever you want. And then make sure you write down in a piece of paper the rules that you want to follow. You can say, okay, rule number 1, see what direction the trend is showing on the triple arrow. And then number 2, what is the super easy dot showing? What is the moving average direction color is showing? It has break the moving average, yes or no? And then number 4 or 5, whatever. What is the MACD is showing? It has a crossover. Is the bars red or blue? Is the ADX breaks has a crossover on the red or blue? So once you answer all that as a yes, for instance, in here, it was a sell. So everything has to be red. So it matches your rules. So yes, go ahead and take that trade. Now, always.
I would take that trade though on the lower time frame, correct?
Yes, you would have cut the pips. Now, but
so I would take, just to clarify, Irving, I'm sorry, I would take, so that this all shows that I would sell. So I would take the sell on the, I would go to that time and take it on the 15-minute time frame. Is that correct? Right. Or the hour? Okay. Or half hour.
The hour, correct.
Okay.
So now make sure when you put your stop loss, put it right on the top of your 4 hours. Give this trade a room in case it take you out. It will take you out. Let me see how many. That will be 57 pips stop loss. But look what you cut here.
Right.
200 pips.
Yeah, so it's a 4-to-1 risk reward approximate. Okay.
In case this one would have reversed, it wouldn't get you out. Now, let's say this, yes. So that you have to make sure always put your stop loss, on the top of your big arrow on the 4 hour.
On top of the 4-hour big arrow.
Yes.
And if I wanted a lower stop loss or less pips, I would go to a lower time frame. Is that correct?
Oh no. Always put your stop loss on your time or your higher time frame.
Okay. Because
that is your daddy in there. That is what is telling us what direction is the trend is doing on this smaller time frame. Because now let's go back to the lower time frame. And what I don't like on the lower time frame, it has a lot of noise that it can take you out quick. Look at this candle here. You see here? If you wouldn't have anything,
That's a candle? Oh my God. That's a candle? It looks like a line. That's a candle?
that's a candle. The thing
Oh
is
my
that
gosh.
I have it in a small one. So that one wouldn't take you out.
So that's a stop hunt candle, that whole, this right here?
That is correct.
Oh goodness. Oh God.
So
That, yeah, I
now
would
you
go.
understand why you don't see that noise on your 4 hours.
Right. Pat says it absorbs all that noise, the
Yeah.
higher time frames. Right.
So now what we're seeing here, you see this big wick here on your 4 hours? It's this high here.
It gotcha. Right.
And then look at this half of this bar. How many pips it gave you so far?
So that little bar gave me 13, 14 pips.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, gotcha. Understood. Now I see. Now that's very clear to me.
So now
Why?
it makes sense why you seeing taking trade in a smaller time.
Now I see why people do that. I had trouble comprehending that. Now I understand.
Okay, cool. What other question do you have? Ask me as much question as you want, but I want you to leave this meeting with feeling confident of what you're gonna be doing on Monday or Tuesday.
No.
Please make sure when you trade, check my Forex book, Outlook, and check what you know what the all the time frames are doing. Check the news, everything. But make sure you are up to date with other social media is showing you what news are coming up with that pair. If you are you know, trading that particular pair.
Right.
But I think this is a perfect sample. We can go back, but are you seeing how powerful the reversal is on the lower time frame?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, but in all of this, we've touched upon the Stairmaster, but last time I spoke to you, you said I should concentrate primarily doing Stairmaster as a beginner, and that'll probably be the best thing for me to do.
Well, you could do it. You can just you would have right. Your rule number one is triple arrow.
Well, rule number one is yes, and if I'm doing Stairmaster, the triple arrow in the or whatever showing the establishment of the trend in the 4 hour.
Yes. If you would have got out on this trade, let's say you would have entered this one. Let me click here first. Here, as soon as you see your first blue dot, it's time for you to go.
Yes.
So you grab your, let's say you would have had 2 orders in there. You would have grabbed your 400 pips and say goodbye.
Right.
I'll come up later. When? I don't know, maybe on Wednesday, Thursday, when it's over, and then you re-enter.
Right.
But it makes no sense because I mean this particular trade here, I mean you don't have that experience yet. So yes, you could just do one thing and then once you get really good at it, you can improve your strategy and move to more advanced entries.
So as a newbie, what should I be right now? What and again, I have a rudimentary understanding. What should I be concentrating on just to begin with when I start Monday? Looking for the arrows on the 4 hour, and then just engaging in the lower time frame.
Yes, I think that no matter what larger time frame you're gonna use, you always have to enter on your smaller time frame.
Okay. Okay.
Because if you enter blindly on the 4 hours, how confident you gonna be saying, okay, I just see the triple arrow. Okay, it's good. Now, who is telling me that this is 100% accurate? What if it's a pullback? Like for instance.
But if I'm trading from triple, this is my question to you, and I've heard you say numerous times the full system's a beast, and I tend to agree with you based on my limited experience. But if I traded from triple arrow, I saw the triple arrows here. I traded from triple arrow to triple arrow, just waited for the reset. How often do you think I'd be accurate doing that on say a higher time frame?
I mean, you exit when you see the triple arrow reverse.
Enter on the triple arrows, exit on the triple arrows.
Yeah.
Are there people that do that and are relatively successful, or?
I mean, we don't know how long it will take. Remember, the buy was 3 months.
Right.
It
And
started
if someone like myself is willing to wait until just I see the reset of the triple arrows,
this.
is them accurate more than 70, 80% of the time, or is there a quantifiable number, or is there not?
Well, I think this business is about patience.
Right.
Have the patience to wait until it ends. That's it.
Have you done that,
Yeah.
Irving, in which you've traded from triple arrow to triple arrow like that, in that fashion, and waited
Well,
months and months?
I have 3 accounts, and one I just basically just watch it once, and there's my daily trading. And once the other two, I just place a trade and let it run. But I have a trailing stop that it follow, a trailing stop of 50 pips. Every time it dropped 50 pips, it follow my trailing
Right.
stop. And if it reverse and kick me out, that's fine. But my goal is to be in that trend until it ends or until it takes me out.
Right.
Because eventually it's gonna what comes down, it must go up.
Right.
So because this market do only three things, is up, flat, and down. That's all it does. So like right now, we may see a consolidation this coming week. Not sure, but all we're seeing right now is a pullback. It clearly showing us the triple arrow. Give me 1 second, okay?
Yes, Irving.
Okay, so look at on the small time frame here. Uh, see, see what the triple arrow here on the top.
It's kind of hard to see, but I do see. Yes, I see triple. I do see triples.
That's it. This is what we're seeing on the 4 hours.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Boom! That's a massive drop. Massive.
Yes.
Why would you leave all this money on the
No,
table?
it's full. It's not trading optimally, is what you're
Oh
saying.
my God! Look at that.
It's not
Oh
trading
God.
optimally. No, you made things very clear. To much for a new person like myself, and I apologize for the stupid questions. It's much clearer to me now, so I really appreciate it.
No problem. So I
My
hope
eyes are much wider open now. Now I know what I need to do on Monday.
perfect. And so I know tomorrow is a big meeting that is coming up for all of us. And all I can,
Would you suggest a newbie like me hold off until the recording and just concentrate on doing this so I don't get too confused, or it's okay for a newbie to attend?
well, what I can recommend you to do is stick to one thing.
That's what I'm planning on doing.
There's too many distractions all over the place. So for a newbie, it will get confused. So make sure you get good at it at one thing, and then move up to the next one.
Well, that's the blessing of the playback, so I could
Yeah.
definitely go ahead with
So
this.
when I start this, my main thing was just strictly to learn the triple arrow, how it works. And then obviously you're confident, you become more professional on doing it more and more and more. So now is no matter what strategy comes toward me, I can, study it based on the triple arrow and see if it works. And don't get me wrong, Elvin is a beast. He's doing a tremendous job, but I want you to stick to what is work for you because
Oh, I see that all these guys are very impressive. It's just a
right,
matter of someone like me getting too confused.
right, because
But
what
I
worked
know
for
what they're
him,
doing.
it doesn't mean that it's gonna work for you.
May I ask you, how successful were you before Triple Arrows? Were you a very established trader before starting this as well, and then this was just another thing for your arsenal?
Triple arrow has changed me completely. Is that was it.
Really?
Yeah, I was the second member in our group.
I know that. I know.
So I grandfathered this system. So
Yeah.
now,
So you were, did you, oh, wow. So you were the second. Yes.
yeah,
Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah.
and right now we're over 600, almost 700
Yeah.
members. So we're
No,
growing.
I joined you guys when I was on, I think I was member 50 or 60 or something. I just haven't had the real chance to really focus on this till now. And I had color blindness issues too. That's why I want to do the one-on-one on you. So you help me.
Yeah, that's fine. So you can ask me anytime. So I really enjoy helping because by helping also, I became more better because whatever your question comes toward me, it helps me to other. I will help others with better answers. So, but I think on today's training has been a tremendously way to teach, and hopefully that will help you. Now, let me ask you, how do you plan it to trade now that you got your base together? What is your idea? How do you want to do it? Harvey, you there? Hello? All right, guys, this is Irvin. Thank you again, and hopefully you join our YouTube channel, and I will leave the information below. So thank you again, and we'll see you next time.